artists. Are we ready to draw a bouquet of flowers inspired by Picasso's artwork? I'm so excited to be doing this with you. We're going to do a little bit of a different version of a hand holding the flowers to make it a little bit easier and also to make it a little more personal. So you should get a pencil together with an eraser, and then we will need things to color with. I'm going to draw with the Sharpie so it's easier for you to see. So the painting that I showed you has two hands holding a bouquet of flowers. We're going to do one hand, and we're going to use your hand to make this a little easier. So we're going to trace your hand. Now I'm right-handed, so I have my marker in my right hand. So pick up your pencil with whatever hand you usually use and take your other hand and you're going to flip it upside down so your thumb is facing up, and you're going to trace it. It's going to be down towards the bottom because we want a lot of space up here for our flowers. So that's going to be the first part. And I am going to trace my hand and my arm, the little bit that fits on the paper. Don't forget that too, because we don't want any just floating hands. Your hands are attached to your arm, right? So it should go all the way off of the edge. Okay, so that it's just not a hand, but the arm is part of it too. So there is that part. Now, the next part is going to be doing the flowers, and the stems are going to be last. And the flowers are really bright and really fun. You can do whatever flowers you would like, whatever kinds. And we've been drawing a lot of different flowers. So you might think of one that we've done recently, like sunflowers or tulips. And that would be really fun to do. So what you can do is you can think of the colors you want to use and the kinds of flowers that you'd like to use to start this part off. And the flowers that Picasso did were super brightly colored too. So I'm going to make some circle shapes with some bright colors and fill up some of this space up here. And I'm using crayons, but you could use markers if you have markers or colored pencils. You know, you can use whatever you would like. Use a lot of different colors. And as you fill in this space, still make sure you're leaving some room for the petals. These are just the center. So it's going to look like I'm making some polka dot shapes all over. And they don't have to be exact circles at all. Some could be more ovally. They could definitely be irregular shapes. All right, I want to have quite a few of them to make it look like I have a really nice big bouquet of flowers. And what you're going to do is around each of these, you're going to make some petals. And you're going to make those really brightly colors too. So you could change your colors that you're using. And like I said, we've been talking about a lot of different flowers. So you might want to make some petals similar to some of the flowers that we've made. You might want to make up your own. You want to make yours look like Picasso's a little bit. That would be fun too, because that's now a new artist that we were talking about. So you're going to go around each of your circles with some petals, and I'm just going to speed this up so you guys can be working while I'm filling mine in. All right, I filled in some flowers up here, and you see I even went back and stuck a little one in there because I had some space. Make them super brightly colored. Now I pulled out some green materials. I have some markers and crayons, and I'm going to be using these to fill in some stems. So the stems start up by the flowers, right? When I get to the hand, I'm gonna hop, and I'm gonna imagine the line for the stem is on the other side of the hand, like we're holding the flowers, and it's gonna end down here. And I'm going to do that for each of them, and maybe even add some leaves and stems in to really fill it in. There might even be some stem pieces coming up here. So I'm going to speed that up so you can see how that looks. All right, so we've got our bouquet of flowers. Now, the other thing that you can do is you can color in the hand. And if you're going to color in the hand, you're going to want to try to find a crayon that matches your skin color as closely as possible. So, you know, brown, dark brown, light brown, tan, apricot, peach. White is not a skin color. White and black really are not real skin colors. So tans and peaches and apricots, those are skin colors. Find one that looks somewhat like yours if you would like. And you can color in your hand. You don't have to. You can leave this as is. It'll look more like Picasso's painting then. Your choice. Right? Make sure if you do leave this plain, you have a lot of colors up by the flowers so that it looks really, really bright and cheerful. Goodbye, my artists.